Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again with you tuning in on your community station in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM. We welcome you. Also, those joining us through our online affiliates around the world. We're glad that you all could be with us as well. We're always excited to do recaps of guests that we've had on our program over the past years, and I'm excited to do that once again today. We're excited to welcome back Wendell B to our program. Wendell is someone I've gotten to know not only as a fitness trainer, but also he's a model and photographer as well. We're going to talk to Wendell not only about the experience of being able to reach his own personal best and to strive for that, but also what it's been like for him to encourage others as well as to inspire others through the journey that he's on. If you're just hearing about Wendell, we'll tell you at the end of our segment how you all can stay connected with him. But Wendell, hello to you and welcome back to the program, man.
Hey, how you doing, man? Glad to have you back.
Hey. Look, man, glad to have you back on with us for sure. A lot for us to talk about, and I think we should really start with how you and I initially connected, and that is what you've been able to share through your own fitness journey as well as, of course, what you've been able to do as a model. I mean, what has it been like for you, Wendell, as you kind of reflect over this past year to be able to think about not only, of course, the people you've been able to touch, but also the changes you've actually been able to make in your own life?
Pretty much my journey started with health and fitness when I felt like I was overweight. I needed to make some changes, so I started with myself first, and then I eventually got onto this product called Herbalife, and I've been able to lose 60 pounds. With me doing that and just basically spreading the word of it, basically showing the world, being transparent to what I'm doing, I was able to help many others as well. So now over this past year, it's been ups and downs, but I really can say that I enjoyed every minute of it. I've been doing Herbalife full-time, the opportunity, and I just really enjoy being able to help others reach their goals because I didn't have that when I first started.
Right. And that transparency, Wendell, I think is something that people really appreciate. For those who are not following Wendell on Instagram, you can find him at thatdude_duty. We'll remind you of that a little bit later. But one of the things, the reason I bring that up is because, Wendell, on your profile there on Instagram, the first thing that you have on there is that you're enjoying every second of life. Do you think because you are now becoming a better version of yourself, that's one reason why you're able to enjoy life so much better now?
Yes, I think they have a part of it. I just feel like every day is you're supposed to live every day for the moment. Like, enjoy it because you don't know when you're going, today, tomorrow, whatever. So enjoy every second of it. Like, don't be negative about anything that you do. Think positive in every situation because you want to enjoy every second of life that you have. Don't spend that time being negative or having negative thoughts or putting yourself down. Encourage yourself, encourage others. To live this positive lifestyle and enjoy every day.
Yeah, and I think that enjoyment is so important. And as you said, because you began with yourself, Wendell, you've been able to then share that with other people. One of the things we talked about last time, I think we can build on again this time, is the decision. You're using a very public platform, that being Instagram, to be able to let people see your journey as it unfolds. I noticed even this year in 2017, you did a challenge where you were trying to lose a certain amount of weight in a certain amount of time, and you kind of kept us updated on that. I mean, was that an easy thing for you to do, to kind of open up your life that way and to allow us to see, when things are going well as well as the challenges too?
Sometimes it can be challenging with having a following like that, and especially being in the fitness world. Sometimes you kind of like you have your times where you may fall off yourself, and you have to wake up to that reality. And sometimes with having such a big platform and letting other people see it, sometimes it can be like, how am I telling this person to do this if I mess up sometimes? But you have to realize that we're all human. We all have mix-ups and mistakes. So I feel like being transparent is also helping another person because it'll let them know that everyone isn't perfect. It would be right for us to show everyone the good side of everything and don't show the bad side. So I post the good and the bad, and if I feel like I fell off or something, or I need to, get back to where I used to be, then I'm going to share that as well, not only to encourage others, but to motivate and challenge myself to let me know if I put that out there, then that's a goal that I need to accomplish.
At the time that we're having this conversation, Wendell, you have over 34,000 followers on Instagram alone. I mean, what does that feel like to know that you have that many people that want to be able to stay connected with you, but to know that you're able to daily inspire that amount of individuals through both your posts as well as through the Insta stories you share?
Sometimes it can be, it don't feel right, I'm going to say that, because I was never the type of person that really wanted like this popularity thing. It was just that it just came with just being transparent and being myself. And I'm not the best person. I've been on my journey for years. I'm not in the best shape of everyone else, but I know what I need to do it. I know how to help others to get to their goals. So I guess me just being this transparent person and, you know, not caring what people may say or may judge for everything, I think that kind of triggers more people to actually want to follow you and see your day-to-day life, because you're transparent and you're open to sharing it.
And I think that transparency definitely sets a big precedent for all of us, no matter what our goals and our aspirations might be. I want to say, for those who are just tuning in on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're excited to welcome back Wendell B to our program today. Wendell is an individual who is not only a fitness model, but also a trainer and a photographer as well. We're going to talk more about the photography, which is a new component from the last time he and I spoke. But we're talking today about what he's been able to build, what it's been like for him to share that with all of you, as well as, of course, what it's been like for him to see the growth for sure. Now, another aspect of what you've been able to do with the fitness side of that, Wendell, has been these training sessions you do, especially on the weekend, Shut Up and Train. I mean, talk to us about the camaraderie, because, online, of course, you're kind of in a bubble because, it's you sharing, and then, of course, you have people responding back. But, at the time, it's just you right there. I mean, what is it like for you to get together with like-minded individuals and to be able to inspire them toward their own fitness goals?
Well, I started my fit camp 2 years ago. Last month made 2 years. And when I started, I had no experience with training. So I was like, how can I teach other people to work out when I barely know things myself? But I just listened to God and said, go ahead, do your job, what you need to do, like continue to inspire others. So I started a fit camp in Houston, Texas, and it started with 3 people that came out. And eventually it grows. Typically we have between 25 to 35 people every weekend. And I feel like it's just something to give back to the community. Like, everyone want to charge for everything. I just do it free every Saturday or whatever, and I want to inspire, help others. So, like, with that, it was just me and maybe another coach, but now I'm able to expand it and help people reach their goals, and then they're teaching other people to reach their goals, which are becoming to coaches. And I build this community right now to where I'm on vacation right now. I'm in Florida right now on vacation, but I was able to help so many other people to where they're coaching, and camp is still going on while I'm not there, because other people are still motivating each other and coming up with the workout. So I just enjoy being able to give back to others, especially in a health and the health and fitness lifestyle, because that's something we really need in life.
Right. And I think that is so important. And I think, too, the setting of goals, I think regardless of what time of year it is, Wendell, I think it's such an important thing. I mean, there are a lot of times when people are getting ready for special events, of course, we start looking at themselves and say, okay, I want to be able to make these changes. You, though, have made this a conscious thing each and every day. I mean, when you kind of look back on your post yourself, I mean, are you inspired by that? By, for one thing, the consistency that you have, but also the dedication you have to be your own personal best?
Sometimes I do take a scroll down my page and see where I come from, and so I wow myself sometimes, only because I knew the person that I was, not only just the health and fitness, but just mind and body. Like, I was a negative thinker. I always did negativity, like everything was negative, and to see that I went from that point and now I can help others and just live a whole different lifestyle than what I lived before, I'm just kind of, sometimes I just be in awe that I was able to make that transformation. Now, I'm not perfect. I still have things that I need to work on myself, but just to see that change within myself inspires me to keep going more, because I'm saying I'm able to inspire people by doing it. So why not keep inspiring more?
Right. And I think that's the thing. I mean, have you always, even before fitness and sharing the way that you have been able to do on Instagram, Wendell, have you always been a person that wanted to see other people succeed?
I've always wanted to see others succeed. To me, I felt like I've always been that friend or family member that always pushed everyone around me to their goal. I just feel like I always was that person, but I wasn't as transparent with myself and sharing my own journey until I was able to come into the Herbalife opportunity, and I learned things about like personal development and challenging your mindset. And when I started challenging my mindset and thinking differently, I started going at a different approach with being more transparent to the world and not just the people around. So I'm guessing just me opening up to the world, I'll be able to inspire people on a whole different level than just being the people that's in my circle of influence.
Right. If you don't mind, Wendell, I'd like to talk a little bit more about the Herbalife experience. I didn't drill down more on that last time. We talked. I first became aware of Herbalife because my younger brother Alvin, was an individual who was involved in Herbalife. Why was that the platform that you chose?
Honestly, I don't know. I just gave it a try. Prior to Herbalife, I had tried using products at GNC. I didn't like the taste of it. I wasn't getting the results that I wanted. And I tried the natural way as well. Everyone wants to do everything like the natural way, so I just was eating clean. And at first I lost 15 pounds on my own, but I just became stagnant. I couldn't get to the next level that I wanted. So when a friend of mine, I seen him using the products, I asked him what it was. And he told me, I was skeptical at first because I hadn't spent so much money on other products. I was scared to even give it a try, but something said, hey, why not? Give it a try. I gave it a try, and just about a taste of it, I was like, okay, it tastes good, but will it get the results that I want? And after a week or two, when I started seeing changes in my body, I'm sold for life that I will use this product. No matter if I'm a distributor or a spokesperson, I'm none of that for it. I just like to use the product myself, and I share my story with others of how it's been able to help me grow in life and with my results.
And, I think the other reason why I want to talk about this, Wendell, is because, I've noticed, too, that not only, of course, are you sharing, when you're getting ready, you are, of course, you're taking, your supplements, you are making your shakes, but you also, the connections that you've been able to make. You've been able to attend events, to be able to network. What has that been like for you to have that moral support from a group like Herbalife, to be able to have people, to be able to hear their success stories? How has it motivated you too?
To me, that was one, like the product is good. The products got me the best results. But what really sold me on Herbalife more was the stories and the people that you're connected to. My very first seminar that I attended, I kind of thought everyone in the room was crazy because I had never been in a room full of people that were so positive and had so much energy so early in the morning. I was so used to being around sluggers or people with a negative mindset to where I wasn't used to the environment. So my first event, I told the person that invited me, which is my coach, I told him, I'm like, I'm not going to another event. Like, that's crazy. Like, I wasn't used to it. But a few months later, I started going, and every month I go to these events just to fuel me up because sometimes it's like a car. Your car needs gas to keep going. So why not put yourself at least once a month around these people that's going to motivate you and fire you up to keep doing more in life. And I'd rather spend one Saturday per month doing that than being around friends or people that's thinking negative and just everything around the conversation is negative. So I'm just trying to advance. So I want to network with the people that I work networking with.
Right. I think that means a whole lot, and I know the good people at Herbalife will appreciate the 60-second conversation that will take place out of that. I think a great real-life testimonial to what they've been able to do for other people. I want to piggyback off of that because I think association is so important. We live in a world that, unfortunately, and I try to promote this on this radio platform, our TV platform, and, of course, social media, the importance of who you surround yourself with. Talk to us about that for you, Wendell, because it's true not only in person-to-person interactions, but also online. How important has it been for you to surround yourself with the kind of individuals and people that you want to be yourself?
It's very important. People don't realize it at the time because you're just sitting around and you're with people. So at the time, you don't notice that you will pick up the habits of the people that you're around. So if anything, I want to pick up, if I'm going to pick up the habits of people that I'm around, I want to pick up habits of people that's doing great things, that's making changes in their lives, are moving forward. I don't want to sit around every day and talk to people that are not doing nothing with themselves. And sometimes it can be hard because you will lose some friends in the process. You will not talk to some people just in general because y'all just aren't meant to they're not meant to go to the next level with you, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that you need to surround yourself with the people that's going to help you grow, unless you're going to sit back with them.
Right. I think that is so true, and I think it's a great reminder for all of us for sure. Again, everyone, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're speaking with Wendell B. We're talking with him not only about what he's been able to achieve for himself, but also what he's been able to do and being able to share him with others. We've gotten to follow his journey on Instagram. We'll remind you at the end of the segment how you can do the same thing. And if you're following him on Instagram, you also know that Wendell is not only, of course, involved in what he's been able to achieve through Herbalife and changing his habits and also changing his life, but also what he's been able to do professionally as well. And part of that is photography. Now, that's a big deal for you, Wendell, because you've been able to, you actually have a separate account for that on Instagram. We'll give that out at the end of the segment as well. But, I mean, talk with us about your love of photography and how it developed.
Well, what really happened is, as a child, I really always loved taking pictures. I was always the kid, like if someone in the family right now was to ask if we have any pictures from when we were kids, everyone would call me because I was the only one always snapping pictures with the disposable cameras. I have pictures of everything. So at the time, it was just something I'm thinking to do, but I didn't think of it professionally. I didn't think of it something to take seriously until actually I went to an Herbalife event one day, and one of the messages was to go back into your childhood and find out things that you really love and see why you aren't doing those things these days. Like maybe that's something that you need to be doing. And to me, when I thought back on it, that was one of those things. I always was wondering, what is my purpose in life? What's some things that I enjoy doing that I would enjoy doing even if I didn't get paid for it? And that was one of them. So for a while, I wanted to do photography, but I didn't have the income to really invest into a camera that I really wanted, that I thought was worth it. And I was able to get a camera, and at first I started playing around, never thinking to take it serious. This has been just 9 months ago. And just me taking photos of people and I'm getting the compliments from other people of how my work looks, I was like, well, why not make this a business? Why not use this platform to help that grow as well? So I just started taking photography, putting my ideas together, getting models, and it's pure joy to me, honestly, because I really enjoy doing it, so it never feels like work.
Yeah, and what a great thing. And I want to talk about the subjects that you've been able to shoot, because it has to make them feel good to see the finished product. Talk to us about some of the comments you've been getting, Wendell, from those who you have been able to do photo shoots for.
I'm surprised. I was surprised that some of them really love them, because with me, I do it for fun at first. I'm just taking pictures of people, and I didn't expect some of the positive comments that I got back from it, how people really love their work. So just hearing people saying, like, oh, this is my very first professional photo shoot, made me feel better, because it let me know not only am I taking photos of these people, capturing moments for them, but they look at me as professional. This is their first professional photo shoot, and it just makes me feel a lot better. So I enjoy people, even with the photography, when I do pick models or, when I have special projects, I like to work with people that I know that's going to keep a positive mindset. So, it's just a whole nother level, man, that I'm just, I'm joyed about, just to see them really love their pictures after I actually complete them.
Yeah. Well, what a great thing, and what a great thing to be able to share, for sure. Last thing I want to talk about with you, Wendell, and again, we do appreciate the time, taking out some time for your vacation to spend this with us, for sure, is the reset for people. I think, as you mentioned, you got to a place where you looked at yourself and realized that you wanted to be a better person. You wanted to live a better life. And there are people listening to this conversation today who are at that place. A lot of times people are used to waiting to the beginning of the year, and we talk about this a lot on this program, about waiting to the beginning of a new year to start. Why has it been so important for you to share with people that the best time to start, like you said earlier in the conversation, is today, that this is the moment you have to make that decision today to be better?
I always just tell myself, because I used to be one of those people that, the new year, I'm going to start this. I'm going to start this, but I'm going to start on Monday. But it's like, the days that you're putting off is going to be the days that you're behind. So why not start now? Start now, whatever goal that you have in mind. If it came to your mind today, why not start today? Start at that moment, because January is how many months? It's 4 or 5 months from now, I'm guessing, right? So that's right. 4 or 5 months that you're going to be behind on the goals that you want to achieve. why be behind when you can be right on? Like, take on your goals. Like, go for it. At first, things will be hard. Like, no matter what goals you're going after, things gonna seem hard. But you have to keep pushing and have that willpower to stay and do whatever it is that you said that you wanted to do. Because if you give up, you'll never be able to get there.
I think that's it, and I think that's a great reminder for all of us to be able to keep in mind. Again, everyone, you're listening to Conversations Live. Another great conversation today with Wendell B. He's not only an individual who's been able to help individuals and to be able to show them by example as a fitness model and trainer, but also as a photographer as well. It's all about being able to recognize what your goals and dreams are and to be able to do the work necessary. I love the fact that a couple times in this conversation, Wendell, you brought up a point that all of us should remember is that we're not perfect. We're going to have those moments we fall down. We may not achieve what we want, but the important thing is to keep moving forward. And I think that's the example that you've been able to set. For those who are not following you already, Wendell, let them know how they can stay connected with you both through your own Instagram page as well as through your photography page.
Yes, just to keep following me and to go on this journey with me as I progress to see more. My personal page on Instagram is That Dude Duty. That's DATDUDE_DOODY. And for my photography page is Top Optics _photography. Go ahead and follow me and just go on this journey with me because I'm really enjoying the feedback that I get from people. Like, that is what actually motivates me and keep me going.
Well, Wendell, again, congratulations to you. Thank you so much for the time and looking forward to our next conversation together.
Thanks so much, Cyrus, for having me again.
Hey, glad to do it. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Make sure you take out time to enjoy some good music as well as a great book. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live today. You all make it a great one.